Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Slightly late video today due to problems with IT and technology, etc. But thankfully all that's been sorted out now, and so doing the video a wee bit later than usual. Today's video going to be just a wee roundup of a few news stories related to Celtic and also an update on a player called Mathias Kvistgaarden of Brondby. As I'm sure you remember, Kvistgaarden was said to be very close to coming to Celtic last summer. Brondby and Celtic were sorting out a deal, but in the end, Brondby decided to keep hold of Kvistgaarden up to Christmas and the New Year transfer window, and then there were some inquiries from Celtic to Brondby again in the January window, but Brondby decided they were going to keep Kvistgaarden for the remainder of the season to try to ensure winning the Danish Super League. However, news stories coming out of Brondby do suggest that Brondby are resigned to losing Kvistgaarden in the summer transfer window, and Celtic are said to be at the head of the queue for his signature. There was some brief speculation that there were several mid-table teams in the Bundesliga keen on Kvistgaarden instead. Also some interest from English Championship teams, but it would appear that Celtic are Kvistgaarden's preferred new club, and so it is expected that the Celtic and Brondby will start formal talks later with regard to Kvistgaarden transferring to Celtic in the summer. Just a wee reminder of Kvistgaarden's stats. He's 5'9", now 22, 16 under 21 caps for Denmark with 4 goals for under 21 Danish team. And also we update on his stats for the season 23-24, 25 games, 10 goals and 7 assists, and over his whole career for Brondby, which has basically been 3 full seasons, 85 games, 24 goals, 7 assists, 12 assists rather, sorry. He is primarily a striker, but more and more has been playing right side of a front three or left side of a front three, and indeed the bulk of his under 21 appearances for Denmark have been on the left wing or out left of a front three. So clearly Kvistgaarden does fill quite a number of potential roles for Celtic, both as a backup striker or main striker to go with Kyogo and potentially Ida if that goes through with Norwich this off season too. Also potentially being an alternative for Maeda, Kuhn, Palmer, Forrest, Yang, etc. as a wide player. And so he does appear to fill quite a number of different roles for Celtic potentially, and so may well be a good option for Celtic. In the summer, the fee for him was thought to be 4 to 5 million. There is some talk that Brondby may well be looking for 8 million instead. However, I think the price is likely down towards 5 or 6 now that Brondby's season is practically over, and they are top of the table and so in prime position for winning the title and getting into the Champions League. And Kvistgaarden does appear to want away, and so the fee likely not quite so high as it would have been in the winter transfer window when 8 or 9 was being quoted. So I did a wee scouting analysis video for him last July-August time, and that's still available on the channel, but have done a wee updated scouting video highlight reel based on his 23-24 season, and also recent under-21 games for Denmark. hopefully enjoyed that we updated highlight reel for Kvistgaarden, his 23-24 Brondby games and his recent under-21 games for Denmark, which supplements the earlier video from summertime last year. It does appear over the course of this season. He's been playing through the middle for Brondby, but also playing right wing and left wing, and similarly playing left wing primarily in the Danish under-21 side, and so has improved his range of roles that he can play. Has scored 10 goals, 7 assists in 25 games, so a goal every 2.5 games, pretty reasonable. An assist every 3 games, pretty reasonable. My own thoughts, having watched him again, lots and lots of pace, good at dribbling, does have a lot of ability to beat people on the inside and the outside, going out wide, able to drive through the middle as well. For a man of 5'9", remarkably good in the air, also able to track back and tackle and pressurise defenders and goalkeepers. Does have an excellent ability to pass through defences to his fellow striker. When he is playing right wing or left wing, does have a great ability coming in at the back post for crosses to shoot or head the ball for goal, and has this season also significantly improved his ability at setting up others. Quite a few of the video clips do show him having great vision and teamwork, finding a teammate in better position to score the goal rather than just shooting for goal himself. So he would fit nicely into Celtic's way of playing 4-3-3, through the middle or out wide. He's got a degree of the Jota and Abada ability to come in off their wing to score goals. I think a wee bit better than Kuhn and Yang and Forrest have shown. Ruiz Palma at the start of his Celtic career did have a good ability to score goals. He seems to have lost that in 2024. Hopefully he'll regain that for next season. Similarly, Dyson Maeda, probably his goal output isn't as high as it could be or should be for a player of his skill. So I think Celtic would be keen to sign Kvistgaarden in the summer. I think he solves a couple of different position problems for Celtic, out wide and backing up Kyogo through the middle to supplement Ida and O. But, as always, we'd be keen to see yourself what your own opinions are, so do pop those into the comment section. Another name being put forward as a Celtic target is a player called Charles Pickel, a player from the Democratic Republic of Congo, currently playing for Cremonese in the Italian Serie B. He's a defensive midfielder. Now, his name only had just cropped up in the last few hours as being linked to Celtic. It would appear more that the scouting and recruiting team have been putting out feelers to a variety of European scouting and agents and so on, and Pickel is very keen to move on from playing in the Serie B. There's said to be some interest from several English Championship clubs, but his preferred transfer team would be Celtic. It does appear Celtic haven't actually formally fully scouted him, but it's said to be someone that Celtic are going to start looking at now. I'll have a wee look through various sources on the internet for any videos and stats and so on, and do a wee update in the next day or two if things progress with Celtic. Other interesting news story is that yesterday the referee and VAR referee were announced for our game against Dundee on Sunday. We seem to have drawn John Beaton again as the referee on the pitch, and we've drawn Andrew Dallas as the VAR referee. And so we do seem to have drawn, inverted commas, the dream team of ref and VAR for the Dundee game. I think, however, that usually would imply a low chance of us getting John beaten again before the end of the season, especially as I fully expect that Willie Collum will be getting the final Celtic Rangers game at Celtic Park in the league. And so it may not be until the cup final that we get John beaten again. I think Celtic's got more than enough quality in the team to overcome any refereeing and VAR situations that may crop up in the Dundee match. Speaking of the Dundee match, it does look like Dundee will be going into that game without their two best defenders. Shaughnessy, their captain and centre-back, is definitely out for the rest of the season, and Owen Beck, the left-back on loan from Liverpool, is not expected to come back from his physio treatment for a groin injury until next week at the earliest, and so won't be in the team against Celtic on Sunday. Any further news regarding Celtic and Dundee fitness and availability issues will update fully in Friday's preview video. One last wee bit of news. It would appear that Carl Starfelt's time at Celta Vigo, which was going initially well under Rafa Benitez, has taken quite a downturn with Benitez being sacked and a new manager coming in. Carl Starfelt has been relegated to the subs bench and is said to be unhappy, and so theoretically there might well be a chance that Starfelt might be available for transfer in the summer, and so coming back to Celtic may possibly be on the cards, depending on how things pan out for him at Celta Vigo and whether there's interest from other leagues for him. But I, for one, would be quite happy to see Starfelt come back to Celtic. I thought he and CCV did form a very good partnership. Starfelt, much better defender in the air and in the tackle, and good at distributing. As I said, did develop a good understanding with CCV, and certainly would be, for me, an upgrade on Liam Scales, who seems to be Brendan Rodgers' preferred left-sided centre-back. So, as always, if you're new to the channel, new to these videos, please do consider clicking the subscribe button. For those who've liked the video, please do like the video, helps with analytics and YouTube. And finally, do feel free to pop pleasant, polite, informative comments and thoughts into the comment section for the debate amongst like-minded Celtic fans. So for today, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Apologies for the late video due to IT problems, and hail, hail.